Well, we have a mom, good evening. Yeah, Baba Jasu Jumedi. So we're live on 101.7 FM. Any partner radio stations I would do in America. Say you're live on we got you FM Mokukrin to me. You're live. Our King's Jersey Radio, our New Jersey, America, Bruchimemo. Yes, we're live. So our National Radio UK, you're live. Facebook page, you're live with YouTube or Vim Lady Online, you're live. So Adamfupa Media, Belgium, you're live. So Almighty High Live Radio, Virginia, and baby, I so still, advocacy now, for the public to know Auditor General reports any the numerous corruption cases, no, and better also because said the youth ought to know. Se baby a Ghana sick and ye interested, they interested. Now you who said the seminal etie because both NDC and MPP now mobile power no much that the politics akata home so that they can get away with murder. And over the last 30 years, they've been getting away with murder. How many cases and I hear prosecutable and I hear to me are prosecuted properly. And I'm for the info method now Attorney General Aini AU Sisiano. Say I'm prosecuting Nipano crowd, which granted because it Ghana a history. What during who said to be a prosecution no crowd here. Munji is kanama or minor because enemy who story be na me yam crash sheming. Young woman be as well we say just say it to sadden you na no never more who say there are politicians as against the everyday ordinary Ghanaian no as ya my politicians in our priority and you be on your bia kofa dia and you have no cotton some me ko jail no although Ghana besin ye wo a first a plea bargaining law. Auntie so yeah bonibia emranu hu ni say nya boni emu odubi et say stealing because give to our case say stealing obeti mini Attorney General ye plea bargaining onko dem na sika kro no de amagana say de enye ni nyina kra half kra no de amagana government but so who say obi oye bidi ewra ni ba banchi re ni ba pa ni ba ono de oye boni a first and foremost, kwani pani ni sikampo de be fa lawyer. Enti only access say obi kra be chance say ye wo mra bi wo no my friend plead deal. And the ampa po say why ye bone na so be plead guilty a. Na so betimi kwa restore nipa na hye na na mu a. Ye ma unko dance won. The person does not even know. It obi kodua banche na ye de konsa wom. 15 years, 12 months. Hwan na ye de konsa wom. But a politician and a civil servant what can say et say a signal boss ya no kwa unim sika e da no to a ye de na kogina court 49 million o de call America dollar mo $7 million na ono kra de ne de man ye dangerous ne say unim say Ghana ye criminal act ye ka to obi awie ade a enya ade a wa wie di enko na ye stealing enya ade a wa wie ade akoto bibi nko na ye stealing eyon confront ya so o de akoto ade o de bi ade no kwa wandi nanum emra ne nche se odi wanum nko a na ye stealing emra ne say ade na the left now for the koto right who a dream be say ne ye ne dia no mfa ma no ne ye ne dia na na sa de kono nsan fa nko na chi a e stealing muntie ne ye o say de ba o kire bu ti se de politician bi kwa Ghana for ya na gbogbo to social media we will not even interrogate what the law says. Ye empathy be interrogate law no. Abrantie na signals boss na ye to no kwa todan ahe one ne yire. Na ono ani CCTV video ba ya. Ye che no friend yire fa we odi we ACC no. Ono kwa 47. What the call America dollar mo $7 million to back for. Yes, we use Sikana Coco be a private account. Account, no, your checking account, no one personal name account. No, this Sikana Coco, that is stealing. And yes, I make us is convicted, but I'm saying, say, the definition of stealing, our law, no, you're Ghana, your criminal act. In fact, most of the countries, you're lost if you're Britain. America, the same definition of Ghana law, for be idea from Benkum Kotunifa, is stealing. Because the only thing we hear I'm ready to prove stealing is bo utiri mo po sa de no san fanko. Nti say Attorney General adwuma ne say obe prove say Abranti and fan or voice can free signals account to educator on a personal account to me. In fact, now I body triple portal be first can on some fan max signal. So attending genuine to me and prove you no. Now say Abranti to me prove is yeah, not yes or they call and yes or the one no about Jina court. Me imagine some of the two accounts. Now me they are beautiful and go for compare this also. My friend sick and two accounts, my friend beautify me accounts. Me we are not the mother and what the abro. Say yeah, fire no can cock. Who apply this at the bank? Who can so now in any case, Ghana government GODC can from beautify accounts. It was on the sound store in the Paco quarter and fa. But so to me, prove this one body tirimu po. Or the Sicano cotton the personal accounts mu. All some fan connect here, Abranti and Obeko. Including saying a dubo heno, or call all the way to Supreme Court. Sikadia mansunti, or the anon some court Supreme Court. As some of the coin, yes, or dibimo. Or say judge now, ordinance and no judge near bias. Me say Tokana Canada, the poke, I said Tokana flow one at work. Hey, can't be on my easy. And Tokaka Baku and chance and what but main case so no, I was why she. Or the Supreme Court and they say, judge now or tiny case so high court no. Judge near bias, judge in Penasem, as a judge, why not that because to prove bias, no, also proves a judge, our interest in the case. And interest in the case in yes, on party be our case. They also prove it a judge, and I say, on Pewasem, and only interest. And I judge, as on Yaya Naka, what do I call to cry on prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. And a judge interest, a substantial enough to prove bias. Of course, Supreme Court on him. Supreme Court by unanimous decision. Allah, me can't judgment. I'm a feeling. Yeah, what was that? We are here. Men sang kotitam bom sebi, excuse my French. So, who are here? I'll be able to and kotitam bom. Who said do one way before crime me and before 1 minute till a do one, at almost the time near fan 2015. And before no crime me, so call Wayama or money the body because and confide you almost said that bro MPP before so MPP church elder. Now, who needs a case no crown the court of public opinion? Ya Ghana for now. E wa bonten no komo well for that. Because Ghana for there, omo nim processes so be pass prove beyond reasonable doubt. Assembly by na wakoto dan 11 and na dan to odi mu udi bi sa kwasho odi Ghana sir and one normal prosecutor we. Or sign court Supreme Court say my lord. Justices I can say 5 no multi cases so Abrante ayi on permasem. Enti case na mo ye no mo make sure say mo be case no na mo be judge na free so because judge o man to aso no di case na I mean guilty cry judge no will find me guilty asem o de call ye no and by unanimous decision 5-0 all the justices of the Supreme Court omotina case no so we say by unanimous decision all the justices almost Supreme Court omotina case so mo nyina say frog matter Uko ye hina wa begina ha no. Wo de ankone nko face we yi e no mbo ni case go as matter. Go and answer the issue. Question na da also no the charge na ye dey ato to go to court. Go back to the high court and go and answer the charge. Until by unanimous decision 5-0 all the justices of the Supreme Court I'm trying to pull the case for you so that mamba to me I can case. The 5 justices in say bias be any ho. The judge want to me prove is a judge near bias. One kasa kwedu e wo so no preliminary issues to cry no. Want to me prove ye o say yamra ameyi judge no because bias. Na yamma kwan say any frivolous issue, any unsubstantiated issue be obi abetumi de aba be judge ya. And you see any judge be ye nya judge be obedi case. Ntia ya san wo netiko a oko. And I have the charge sheet of a year friend saying buffer stock man. Now let me play this also for you because in the case in there I critical. Yes, this is the buffer stock case. Graphic was reporting it today, but there's another case I'm person they compare Lady Bia he anyway be more for back 22 years. You saw the comfort and chua. You sentence 6 months in jail. Adan akoya a year friend the provisions how to say a common stay 1,300 provisions 1,300 na kotum sawom wo won say we mo obi ani wo be koje obi ani wo be mo kai say omo ye bench capital case bench capital boss no okay so omunye plea deal because on the oma convicting is stealing on the oma no kwan no ntua say sika no in fact cases are saying attorney general filing nolly prosecute nyina omu nyina plea deal ene ene omo ye so there wafa 10 Ghana craft out there for 20 Ghana bra they aka no dey money ho say dey be o mining moka because in fact and also the attorney general ya on share that year body because a lot of the cases are the court no e ye say the waste of resources because to me who pass say where I come ho ka akwa do obi be say me nana e na kan apututu bebre ne ye say sika enkenye say apututu na lawyers there e wo so obi edidi enti na be drag case nkra ne case be check na mo say kan ye simplified issue say nipa na plead guilty ono agye atum say o ma anya bibi ye e na amata aka we aba e kan ye 1 million mini 1 million is esi aba me wo 880 Ghana cedis amede be mamo munji 80 Ghana cedis na kaka na e ka attorney general bebo in prosecuting the case no attorney general fancy one ma but ushe charge sheet na any ensem no I don't know but let me take you back and say na mama mapam for na because then we'll go deep into a auditor general report na chere mo dada say e ya bogu 18.8 billion Ghana cedis. We a Ghana young man now dream or money that and woman that you should be interested in this case. Because woman e baba betua. Oma e baba betua sa aka no. Oma no nananom. Omo baba betua sa ekaya yedi. And to share some of these cases are edru ho a na unnecessarily party full soldiers titru. Near the politics, the only war politics. Na the problem about no be ye jai sa niema no a ye hwe na ye jai sa niema because it doesn't serve any purpose say yeah the case is not unnecessarily no ye dey politics no so na sika no kwa emma nti ye redu mata be join here Philip Toku a join here dada but look at this case any me ba be kan charge sheet in there we so nim sika na wo 61 million ti give to why dey no kwa small by preliminary on the face of it. I'm not saying that whether or not the charges have been proved, but on the face of it, give to why they are not quite a small guest level. Because this one you are talking about 61 million Ghana cedis. Give to why they are not 38 million Ghana cedis. And no ordinary kunu Ghana card could be a company near the transaction. On one a signature to that account. The bear man credit. Bear money dear dancing against the our court. The man is testifying that me ya not cover if I susu me say okay me am agree say me susu until there because the attorney general is here to prove the charges but me say emremu no before attorney general be say wa prefer charges against obi na say when ya reasonable suspicion reasonable grounds because that's the law udu court and I will prove case now beyond reasonable doubt but anybody we are no you have to prove reasonable enti attorney general proving reasonable cause on fakwa do mo what you asking? This is the charge sheet of Papa or that photo. No, so I mean, reading the charge sheet, no, and children. But I say this is court. This is filed in the Superior Court of Judicature. And put the yes formalities near there. Case number CR 0015/2026. Fresh case, as a court. No, all rise. This is the case. A Nipa 5 and accused person, including Papa and the photo down. Hanan Abdul Wahab, Aludiba, Pfizer Seidu Wuni. Richard Samasante, any Aludiba Foundation, to the foundation also can Energy Partners Limited, almost so I say, a do buy in the enemy, also the company so can because of transfer is kind of go in the company. And to the first offense, in fact, charges from the papa more than 15 charges, yo. And I'm saying we are brand here, now we are politicians, some job, any okude to a black muntie. Most no china. One here, a better more. Man, show ye the man tread cautiously. Near ma moyen woman ministries. And yen fakun and a beko. Inti munya careful. Inti first charge, no say. Because Hannah no say 39 years. Well, I don't know. So no one has any year can say 39. I doubt if he's the one. I think that okay. Yeah, no Hannah. Inti ono cry brand here. Onu baby. You see, and this is what the sad thing about Emrantia in politics. 39 years. You are being named in a scandal like that. Unless I'm confirmed, I don't know the defense that he will bring up in court there. But I say for that, between the year February 2017 and February 2025 in Accra, in Greater Accra region, within the jurisdiction of this court, you did while purporting to make payments from the funds of the National Food and Buffer Stock Company Limited to James Tieku Apau, trading under the name and style Sortina Enterprise did steal the amount of 50 million 879 Ghana cedis, which is 50,879,210 Ghana cedis from the buffer stock. That is first charge. First square do the bono. Second charge, count 2. Defrauding, causing financial loss to the public, contrary to section 179A 3A of the Ghana Criminal Act. Causing financial loss, they are very difficult to prove, but you're the Attorney General. They almost say, Aludiba Aya Hanan, any Nadamfo, Richard Sam, 44 years, that between January 2017 and 2025 in Greater Accra region, or say did cause making payments from the funds of the buffer store company to one Tieku Apau, trading under Saltina Macandada, or see, and also they caused the loss, when they have financial loss. No? First one, we are 50 million. Second one, the one we are, you cause financial loss of 50,879,21. It appears to me, so when I said about me account election petition, duplication of charges, quadruplication, because stealing, any causing financial loss, and the same there, now will require very different ingredients to prove case, you know. Count 3, charge at also number 3. And we are the same Hanan. And where the unknown class and or say for that, you with on this day and they take possession of that. And a friend saying, did while trading under the name Hausa Enterprises on one or company be take possession of the sum of 13 million. He took the sum of 13,210,551.52 pesos in coins here. Knowing that the sum, knowing almost onimpass at the time of taking possession of that amount of money, it was he was taking it through criminal activity. It's almost stealing. No more wire money. They are trying to use this charge to prove intent. At the money and also money laundering, contrary to section 12C of Anti-Money Laundering Act. The charge at also number 4 charge. Yes, and also say until Fauzia said Wuni 36 years that July 9, 2020 in Accra, Greater Accra region within the jurisdiction of this court, whilst trading under the name Fauza Ventures, took possession. Just say and also took possession to transfer command and also 500,000 an amount of 500,000 Ghana cedis only. And also at the time no nimpa say a criminal activity because money laundering and also this kind of man also count number 5 charge at also 5 and also money laundering are the same. He files a win papa na yere and away the on the yere no say omaka boom I canana into that they were signatures. I said then being signatures of the bank account of F.A. Fauza Ventures, the name and style under Pfizer said winning. Just a company and idea, but the two of them, no, and Omokabo did use the amount of 7,493,000 Ghana cedis. Omokamu bomu and the Omodekoto the said account, knowing at the time of using the said money that the money was acquired through criminal activity into Chronosika and yes, so on Omaka. This is 16,493,501.52 pesos, and also almost money laundering sika because a criminal activity and on charge number 6. Just say charges in the baby charge number 6 and we are then stealing and also yes we are charge number 7 defrauding by false pretense say wakokoye kanana nti ono eno say so or no between 2018 and August 2019 in the Greater Accra region within the jurisdiction of this court as the proprietor of Aquani Enterprises, almost another company, so Aquani Enterprise, and a personal trading name, or say did by representation that you had supplied foodstuffs to the National Buffer Stock, caused the said National Buffer Stock company to part with Manchester. My many share that say I on only company must supply near Mama Buffer Stock, so then it's and can send the Buffer Stock ni jina and also and a man is 4 million. I say 44 million. again, okay, I mean, kind of so that I don't put it 4,401,831 Ghana cedis into 4 million. You know, ekwaje buffer stock sika count 8. I know you then dishonestly receiving. You know, so ekwaje krone there count. Your friend saying count number. Okay, we count 8 now. Count 9. I know you then money laundering. I know see against Yera Hanano. And also into against count 10. And also fraudulently causing financial loss to the Republic of Ghana. Count 11, charge number 11. And here, intentionally causing financial loss to the Republic of Ghana. Charge number 12, count 12. Or say stealing, contrary to section 1241 of the Ghana Criminal Act. Count 13, charge number 13. Crazy. And also then a friend saying abetment and stealing just will be a supporting the young and a omakwako wia ade. Count number 14, charge 14, defrauding by false pretense. And na yadiamo count number 15, charge no kwamako 15. Number fraudulently causing financial loss to the Republic of Ghana. And also Hanan ya we do no kwana yeren kan yes or no o ma Ghana eboka 5,495,748.36 Ghana cedis. And also count number 16. Yesu. Charge charge ya to 16. And a conspiracy to commit crime on you be a canana. So mo ebedi bone and ampa bone no omudi. Charge number 17. And also a conspiracy to commit crime. Charge number 8. Jesus, Attorney General, I'm even tired for you. Charge number 18. Intentional dissipation of public funds. And also wafa omani sika shada bonitim poto be bo mainika sa nechere. Count number 19. Charge yatoso dunkuno 90 stealing contrary to section 124. Charge number 20. Charge yatoso 20. And we are money laundering. And also sir 21 using office for profit. Ejuma ni adema an office no say or the way ejuma edigu on one kasen bottom. Charge number 22 using public office for profit contrary to Ghana law. And also the Ghana on my office here the man of buffer stock or the business and or just can go on one kasan and crown bottom. Charge number 23, also 23, using public office for profit. And I'm sure say we by the time on become a lot of the charges no the lawyer for become on to trust no charges on do mako ahe 24 and it was signed by first Attorney General Dominic Ayini, Honorable Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana, dated 28th day of October 2026. Among serve copy on the lawyers and on pochi court and say court and mudea on the baba court. This is one case. Edubo Hindian mai. Edubo Hindian wako Supreme Court no and ye judge in free on a judge no you bet me as a charge judge no for bias. A very interesting case, Anna. Just say, asam no very interesting. When you know, chess, I say, and name politicians say, oh, on a brass say, omunine shanyansa, a free sa idea we say, a brass say politicians, omunine shanyansa, because yes, so kotos assembly here, and kote and kakase, a first year the mayon kone no, and then kokase then a see, kase then a see, no, there is no smoke without fire. What you say, because assembly besia. Let us say BB were actually, and I deal with the politics of it. And I said, and this is what Kantamedin say. Osha Ghana, a fourth republic, Abako say moi. MPP pen or motivate jelly and DC for. That's what they are saying. Because Abuga Pele, MPP for the jelly and President Mama Nakasabang and the jelly Abuga Pele. NBC claim they say, Osha fourth republic when you know. MPP for no motivate jelly or Moko from Rollins time. Okay. Rollins is free. I can also President Kufuor by a quality grain case. The court. There was strategic there was Kwame Pepra, there was strategic Kwame Pepra, Victor Seleme Sipayanki. Case no before Ghana court by the case no. Now America for omo government one sister and your friend of Mrs. Cotton. Okoje Bosia wa America ban hoso the Babe project or Ghana. Now America for the okase bi ohia wa hani ade normally say NGO dey your members can non-profit. And a moment is can to on family you be dua mo dey to remove hunger. And in a third world country, no, this kind of Ghana. Or this kind of Ghana, rice need your bay, and only a very rice no. And money you obey, and let us scanning and commune. According to the charge sheet, I'm limiting myself to the charge sheet that was presented in court. Only the convictions that came out of it. asem we hunti na ma ye rasipayanki Dr. Kodemo inti NDC for mini MPP for say omu prosecute case na esa achia because we counting na Rollins time no atamo sibedi akonya in 2009 na Rollins see jeli omu chi omu nyina kogum na Rollins kwe afele na kan kefie esane water oni na provable evidence before we go to court e wo gbojidi slow more down numu Rollins antiase and oni atamils e fall out nani de ene se kufuo abe jeli ono Rollins nko for chachukata isipayanki in fact Victor Senome okowu prison but that is not to say wakowu prison tie obi fault ade ye de kokota enye kufuo na ejeli obi court and a convict but for some reason you know your court na your judicial system na aye no NDC for jidi se court bi ba na ye jeli ni nipa judge ne cry MPP ni MPP ni su jidi se court bi case bi ba na ye jeli MPP ni a judge ne NDC ni. That's the problem we have created into although a court and a convicted President Rollins ministers and I do and mind you this case is not in vacuum. Before a court to grab a convicted President Rollins ministers a court shrad who's and crop me see before cry Rollins be fear konya so na shrad and the Rollins cry investigations go for medical and I Rollins to throw white paper say ain't to be one more don't worry that's that time no Rollins kasa you no go fit talk enti kufuo ba no sandi case no so omuhwem and omuhwem no de kokko to only MPP has been able to jail enye omu no jail omum de under MPP na court etumi jail om ti NDC for me ni say this is their last chance also to jail MPP for be enti edubo hi so MPP ni onye MPP ni o wa unyina ya dia fraud say MPP NDC for say they want to show MPP work for power lies enti hanan case no multiplication subtraction simultaneous equation bebam the entire attorney general prefer poly 29 charges and say omu yi bi free mu kura beka bi nti obekom omo imagine say we yi bi free mu kura at least anya ye 4 bi de omo de beche no nti wan hwe papa ne bedam. This is a very terrible case and it involves 61 million. At the end of the day no politics NDC MPP nanchen the issue is this is Ghana for sika nti I pass sika ne bi akodi obi botoma mo me yenyemra ne yefanye omman no adwuma anya sa to say press conferences are attorney general the same code will come back to the same place where sikano we because they be NDC ni MPP the year because to the NDC for by even the cases against first Opuni also filing only prosecutor ni panoko and the pass Ghana sika is involved ashegu NDC ni MPP ntio ashegu into this case they is serious attorney general and this is the case that I wanted you. This is an ordinary woman. Yes, your friend saying obi sales girl 22-year-old man comforting to am say nkofo we na posti 6 months in jail adan ya we 1,003 provisions ya 1,003 achimodan circuit court achimodan well ohia lawyer to appeal this conviction ya de na kotum e wo jail meanwhile politicians cry here come asem a opepepepe ni oni so obi under jail ye friend pan ko be friend ye invite no for questioning okwa no okoni baby but provisions keke onipa bedi because a commodity no ye na koto jail 6 months so ba na nim de ni picture no enko wutrim oda amane so attorney general in fact who attorney general nko for the prosecuting case ko attorney general my girl we handle in your dreams my sister we phone in handle in your dreams while you are pursuing vigorously political cases no biba provisions. I'm not saying say she's not guilty, but I'm saying say yeah law obi ye bone ye kete common stealing of 1,200 you must do plea bargain adobe number man ado where provision also in abusia phone ko babo si amara metua provision ka mama na pay this girl is going to jail omo de na krotum kra dada nti obeba no hwe nenim innocent obeba no adane am robber for yere ono no be kwa connection am robber for na ba be rob wo fie and yeah politicians for so more young for these people will come back and hunt you people in your houses come back and hunt you people in your houses and this is the political case in the mama your word so they continue. This is the former buffer stock CEO no hana ni 39 years old onu baby just about no 39 years between 2017 and 2024 no and na 7 almost am kan nyina bom de ne yire ne de nyina 78.3 million Ghana cedis. Attorney General, the board is in your court. prove the case. Now one prove it so forever hold your peace because didn't say yeah. Until what Attorney General so that na meka. The way I also had any media friends in and away, massa, ube court, who evidence ya court forever press conference. Aye, go to court and start proving your case with the witnesses. They say give to a idea what me as prosecution witness. In this case, perhaps maybe I'm using but we will leave it to the judgment of the age or what he's doing. But at the end of the day, I was approving all the cases. Corruption, I can't say maybe no. When auditor outside the Auditor General, inside the Auditor General, 18.8 billion. 18.8 billion. Nagana use. The future ye. The moment no mama na say ya. A Japan Dumata MPP chairman, UK, Samson Philip, Ayabato Kutu, communication, Asankegwa, any body Western region, or more communication from Penny Phone. And these are the two major parties here. That's why I'm confirmed. So we are NDC and people in Kenya. Why? CPP Mefa Ghana Sika. At least I'm for the public. CPPD, any NTPNCD. I am confirmed you the diabolical twins and this in MPP for ya. I know my better na konya so. Almost on crop na so for a bomb. Chama mama, good evening, Mr. Toku. Good evening.
What a good evening.
The diabolical twins.
If you are not the walk on him, pow.
I think that Canada boss now major number na you didn't come.
Of course.
Abaya na omdena kotum no. Emu abe na ebitumi aboa.
Just me contacting governor me say be whether because onya lawyer they can do an appeal.
Okay.
Because the case is a conviction to Omowie, but the lawyer can file an appeal.
Yeah, because and then some never can. They say many chairman essential wa habium. I say the political space na yaton chain. Na ye can crane echre your because on mine and I chechere. Yan chechere political party. Inti atense ene de ye be MPP ni NDC e de aton chain. Na ya can crack your because if you hear how see social media ekona amanfo
is that to go in and now because baby I way you know way video ni shaky mame
okay
position mame why baby I will tatina na okay but what na hono internet it's chairman mame sha se improve so mum crop for enye mum crop for per say perceived say mum crop for Hanan served under MPP give to why munyina serve under MPP adubo in there at no time and no no. How do you feel about say Momo party? MPP nye party kitwa. Yeka party in Fourth Republic they've been very influential. Ama ye democracy akon anymore. Enye this you MPP. Attorney General versus the Republic, the right to demonstrate. Say why ye adwuma niti mwase danie ene enim go ase ya moji. How do you feel to be the chairman of a party ama boa democrat na fe mo de democracy ne dane kro no yi?
Yo, if you are mama nawasi na menchiao. Na me mo de bia me de amuna na me de ba ma ho se sebi nipa so ti wiase na se wo mpe no kra e na obeka se efia pokua kasa na okase tia we na okase tia we efia kasa mo my Ghana. That is how I see your presentation. And whether MPP na bekwatia no whether it's CPP or NDC or no money adwuma that she udin beko enkrate mo me yan se oba bi tenase ano no so ya santoa wo medium because on the baby attack from this side and that side it tells how middle and sikana is enkranting for no twa na twa now mamentia omo ahwe ne ene enuanom a wo wiase afa na nyina omo nyamre na omutie wo makonwam na omutie yen opportunity bi na yen yenya se yen susu yetimi kasa mo mo yeden etie yen enti eni diem yen chia wo nyina na yen na omo sese omutimi krampo invite yen into their homes. You see if you are a topic na wo dia bano, it is my passion. My passion no. Because you see, and I have a problem with our judiciary. Simple. It's not something that we need to beat about the bush. I have a problem with chief justices, those who have come and gone, and those who are still there. I have had interviews upon interviews upon interviews. And then the first time I make us with regards to the court systems in our country. We have three arms of government. Your executive, judiciary, and I also say legislature, and then judiciary. Okay. Why not check it? Why? The reason why we have these three balances is because the court room is the final arbiter of how I say it me discipline. Okay, so Chief Justice be Sebio Manon but I just want to make it more plain. We have had so many Chief Justices Abako. Chief Justice is supposed to be a manager of our court systems, managing all the justices under them. Then it trickles down to the judges under them. Then managing even the lawyers are almost so ebeba court. Ni nyina kabo mu a ɛyɛ ɔmo adwuma. But you see, young man no nka nokorɛ. If you are near my walk, can say anwummerɛ wei no, until say sɛbe Attorney General betimi ahyɛ ne sapo mu nsuo na obetimi anya fax ni yie na ɔntena se ɛnkɔyɛ political witch hunt. Na ampa so ofu say your man no opɛ sɛ ɔsom no ampa dia. Then he leaves no stone unturned. Go deep into exactly what has happened and then not politicizing it by coming on the media show every day. Now we have press conference upon nyana juma no. Nyana juma no. If you are brochire wa e wa America in UK away. How many cases NINT ye didn't fiko a bit me dibia 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. But still, it goes to the end. They say either send the pakron ni song announce so obedem. And you go see that bang and you bet me at Nasi. Ama even the legislature and the ministers say, oh, say see a bebrebe na you see a free bibi one musika bi omudi and
double salary no.
Double salary. These people are still comfortable bragging, going out there as if so we saints.
And I say one abana was agent and also prosecute one omuya den.
Etina me ya mfato ho no. Sa me ma ban na toto papa so me boa. Ana. Now, in the same vein, ubo opuni din sesi yi. Cases are atimi ada ho. Opuni case me sa papa no ayi na o fine sa ansem no ankasa ayi ne no kura no na asem o court bi o no ankasa sa twitwade no me boa. Onu ankasa na asem o court. Eso na onu na ya Attorney General. Onu no a oye let's say word no will be
conflict of
interest.
Perception.
Okay, well, it's not even perception, allegation. Let's say allegation. But even if you are charged to go to court, any allegation be me.
Yep, any allegation be.
Any allegation be.
There be.
But on one can say to me, on one abanya to me abetwam. On no defo. Send us some more court no so obedi bim so obedi for no. One no atimi afa to atwene. Asa ko gina baabi foforo so ono prosecute nkofo foforo. It tells you that the country that we are in. If I'm not going to use this word, it says we are sick and not me. And consider being. We have chief justice, we have justices, we have judges, we have all these people who are almost from almost say, look, if you are a dear back one year time cross sebi a woman say Ghana boss uncle for women casting obia. In a system, no judiciary, no Ghana bomb who casting obia because their
really?
security is supposed to be intact.
Now say security, the women politicians, so ministers, executives, the same thing.
No, not the same. Omudiano echo wider than that.
Oh, they be the same. They have bodyguards.
If you are the anti-amateurs, and then me no kasa say here, kona ko bisa special prosecutor say ne security nko afi saying.
Well, I don't know about a particularly special prosecutor, but the judiciary as a
Chief
whole.
Justice. Chief
Article
Justice.
71 for
Article 71 no yes I will grades if you will grades wom. If say for policy back on the MP minister here. Say obi a chief justice and your back sa.
Now ministers na dey no kwanya back they have one at home and
Wo dey me kwa dey nya no kwa na say dey hiam you.
Okay.
Dey me hiam ne say enti muto wo no mo ma ye dey oman sika e protect mu e ma mo benefits upon benefits. And yes, still Musati who dis and my yes, and yet to
Chema, why are you blaming the judiciary? Omo no yan council mako disco.
No, as some no can on team as here. Because you see, the reason why they get paid is to check us when we are fooling.
Yeah, but they will only check cases a bomb ho. Case in bomb the judiciary.
If the case is now call mo no be na me de mawi. And now what na bobo puninu de no line no bobo bi maminti. Ayi mu nyina Japan mu nyina mo nka ho.
Ba Japan mu de no. I think na be file no prosecutor.
And na me tire no enti asem a wo court no. Ya baji afri omu nsem emra na baji afri omu nsem nyesa na tie. Eye den na opuni case aye ne beto so. 8 good years. Eti mi kura na nka meka se yemfa ntontwene because we are titi nipa ne keke.
Okay, intimate what na also mu wie case no cry before 8 years.
What is the timelines in terms of how a year assembly a year DBA has to have its category of timelines. And you go see that ben you better see the bia say a for bia wako wiam so wo see allegation say ya nya charging a wi na ba me ade ba kon ye me ya say e din say ye ya. Hwe obi ti say opuni die yi say ya mpa say bi kura na enya ade a na obi ade kro no waye. Now ade wo ya wo ayi ni ukoko fa ye ya wa ba beto atwini. E da so sen ni kom sa akopum so ode bewuo. What do you know? Say, oh, Baba, political interference. Be now there at JGBB. But Papa na semno da so di na ti. And nani na nyina obi anim so opuni e kronfo. Meanwhile, the assembly wie ya. And ye yi ni free mu a. Na nka ni ti asan. And also say ye the assembly wie ye. And na odi for. And ye say okay, looking into this when na wo kan no. E fi ansem o kan ye say yetimi ye pre-bargain no. Sika say na say wo kotua na back kotua. And also say untimi nya say sika na kodam. And also say obenya kra na tua wie but still ye besa atwa so. Mra no ko wide.
Okay.
Then ye hu asem ne pomasibre. But you cannot take a case and put it in court. Look, Afoko ye ko hwie acid egu Adams Mahama so jamin for ne currency hwe yenua ye friend say MPP ni a ye kunu MP a ye kunu yi
Nanado cousin no yeah
okay dankwa no JB dankwa adu
JB dankwa
jamin for ne currency yi hwe abusuafo up till now they are in agony. How many years? How many years?
I know it's actually from 2016.
It was even before Babem.
Yeah. Oh, that make 2016 February.
You know, Cecilia Menoka say, Yanya Bayi, Ebdiasem, Ebua, Mammy Bia or America ho, Maslokuni, Ebuane for. Extradition kaka say yetimi ye de ne ba back na whether as say de ne ba tumu ho whatever it is so baba betua ni sika o no ya wie ya ja to ho obi anka ho hwe biem NDC fo abai o mo ho wa biem kopim say Yesu baba
because you are buying MPP any judiciary no for this
and this is what I'm talking about. Ghanaians will need to be very upset with these things that happen. Your judiciary no and your papa. And your papa baako kra because omu nyina is so comfortable to extend say omu compromise with the governments. They compromise. Ne ho bato no nti okọ anu akọji kakra, ne wo yakọ anu akọji kakra, de edi tuto bibia die saa. See say I didn't know crepa, but some yama bakonia kase. We are patriotic people in our country to serve our country. We yanena bunza, we yanena yaka. Asuma sibi sorry no tutu tumana ne tata no na ofake na mako di bone. Na ya call Tony General bi ho na ya call ni na di nkomo yase na nase e mekantre o sa asem wodi ono anu fasia. Really? Really? Now ya titiri o man say ya better na yeye. The reason why your system not fedi aya cake ya nimo guase na da bia ya brana and on minus opinion. If you are not me send you video bia maami bi interview no na o se ye ndo ade.
Yeah.
Se meti sane ma na na em ya afia obi aye audio abreme. I had to stop my car na me drive when me both here and I called the person straight away. I catch and say ma on nyini baby o de ne kono. Okukuno.
Wow.
Just accommodate no mempe bibi kakra family no because the one abrabo sitie no say mantimi anya kakra family na baby adro no de metian so owu. I just call the person straight away and encourage him first. Now this is what is happening to our people, politicians that I'm part. We should wake up. We should stop this nonsense. We should think. Si kani briane doson Ghana aden obia wo si su bia ka onu kon na afia poku adwuma wa ye yamre bi ekopia no to gatamu na ne se ho obabasia wotere yi na nka wotimi asida keto bi si ba bia wo de wo lande ye na wo si yama bi aden afia na o program wo yi minimum how atire ko. The judges are listening to us. The chief justices are listening to us. They should make this medium an appeal to themselves. They shouldn't feel so comfortable in where they have their protection and let people suffer like this lady sitting in that couch. Nana G. Over cry no be or the baby no be class I call repuna prison because only to me bia.
But
Innocent personality.
As a chairman, also may start to me describe MPP say I can't go and afford to public democracy. Mudi mo akwetene.
I don't give a damn about MPP or NDC. I don't. We have no excuse. We did our best. Say be able to see. We need to also digitalize our systems so much. That interface of in terms of money exchange, we need to gradually grow and build systems in place where people press buttons and you have been allocated that you can't do it.
Yeah, but chairman, this question also needs to be asked. Given that more your party are more ban, a dubuan party, Kufo party, the party that under for the public money first people are jailing for causing financial loss. Salome. Sipayanki, a friend saying, Kwame Pepra, any other. Do you feel ashamed to say, Moamo party and Nemon Crop will be able to and this Kakatwa 71 million.
Not just feeling ashamed, because as we stand here now, we don't know whether it is true or not true. Whether niaye ya said that niya kuku and ya de ba bontain to say ya de ba ya niya be just to justify to get Ghanaians very upset.
But do you think the Attorney General only in as well?
No, mean can sir. If you understand American, what I am trying to say is for young as MPP, I think it is completely out of order for us to say, Sadia way you no cry. And you're wrong. And you're wrong, sir. And what are the mechanisms, systems in place? Tracing these things are the BIB Jana Manaqua could do such a stagnant way, a big yet blocking Yamabika. How do we check these things? Who watches the watchman? It in one say our point to be. Na no accountability, no supervision, nothing, just like that. Or no one flows and say, oh, minor, na ya sorry, will be batisi and san ya Is that how it is? At the end, this is 4 buses here. They can't put systems in place to check themselves. And almost over Soria Kwansan, we need to be pragmatic people, one step ahead of the normal dealings. I wish President Mahama very well. I pray that he has nothing to lose in these 3 years that is left. President Mahama should become somebody as I say, like a radical president. He needs to build legacy.
It is
It's not about his
evidence
party.
that you support Omunjeli
I will support it 100%. Say, I'm passing on jail now or more default empire for mum. I will never waste my time to say my Baba Trasi, say me Kasa defend you. I didn't think I say me be defend you. Didn't you hear them run a banner or honor say, Ampa Asamaba, time now no show office or no in the national. You see what the dream. And tin ya mouth kwan say, ya do court, ya do court to defend you. Let us stay away from this nonsense of yati obi enti ye nyina ya tudi nati. Let's stop it. Nipa kronete ono na edi ni sika se ampa so okodi ya. And oni so a ni capability in terms of success or defending ho now no baby a wadru no obetimi defend ampa. Obetimi defend obetimi tia lawyers ka obetimi aye bibia bi because of why adwuma ne ho ato no kakra. Let these people bear their own cross. Let them bear their own cross because you know why? Onye boni to me until say proving reasonable doubt as you have said. Ya do ko dina court no nche say wo ye kronfo. Ya do ko dina court no nche say wo kodam. Anase ye de charge ne bo no nche say wo ye kronfo. Ko na ko defend wo ho say wo nye kronfo ampa ko na ko kan wasem no. Na fa kire but you see we have a mindset of jumping to conclusions say nipa na wan say nya boni di na politically and the NDC is all over the place na ni age say obi ye kronfo but ye boni din. Ye sama no kwan say and some na ye can say nya no kura afia one the bit matrim than them.
Yeah. Okay.
They should go and face the consequence and face justice. The judges should sit up. The judges should sit up. And now Mesa Tunkra, Eddie Amaya Mahama Nina Bain, and the Attorney General say, Mamma or Tia America on the dinner the same Yanami ref.
Maslog Nino, Mammy, we're finishing last Monday, Kranami Bonnie Ding.
Yes, sorry, Waka. Nayan Conco Fanam Revie.
Your friend Tamaklo, I think Tamaklo.
Bibi Tamaklo. Yanko Fanam Revie.
Stedinam Tamaklo.
Yes. Why do we have to encourage this? Why? Whether a young people knew, whether a young DC knew, young mam running your juma, papa no, mammy no, why, ya bunu, ya see a man 10 years. So on them, and now what did you call him America? Yet you ho, ya which hand? Yet phobia or modia soft, they are convicting now on one casayamano judgment. Yes, or no, dear, or okay. Attorney General ni mmere ba kokra on ti krase BBC ono de ya convict no ya see amfa ntum extradition. We in America have that contract. Press that button and start the proceedings of extradition and bring Tamaklo home.
Okay.
It's an example that ayene atimiya dibem uyini a chewa ni ase no totwene uyiwia na kwa bontine one ko yinkofo de. And I am not going to be biased towards anybody. It is wrong. Our judges have a responsibility. Ya judges na binumati social media na di asem no omunyai.
Okay.
Omu ni asem no judges no should say omu betimi adwene da atemma ho because oman sika na ye hwie to guo no. Womu de ye dum kane a womu de no generator na automatic na so. Eti womu hunu bie no. Womu tika asakese na sinse hwiemu no driver da so no enu ti womu ye all right no. They should stop that. Say womu a comfort zone and womu ni je ho. They should act.
Okay.
They should be practical. They should think about the country. They should punish every politician that will mess up. They should.
Okay. Chairman, home money, because I never was so fire no was low and rightfully so. And you haven't excused anybody until you have
No.
been fair. You haven't excused anybody. You are yes,
Everybody, obia ne ho baba asem bia until say ya betwe na asem ni mo awie na yanko ye ne say ene o yan pipi ni nti ene o yan DC ni nti mo fa asem no nkom na ne kwan pepepepepe onko defending o defending no wie na mpa onifo a ye nya no na ne tiri no ho nto no.
Okay.
Okodam so a wonfa nya disua de na enye deterrent to others. Adenti ni ntimi fa ni pantum wo yamam. Why? Kromu ha ya the ministers kwatum. Look, if you are nanu ya United Kingdom.
Matama, Obi Busa or say, Gerald, or say, I don't know time, no said enough, to secure conviction. No man for number.
Well, you're 20 year 2 year no.
Until all admitted it was wrong on your part.
It's wrong on our part, 18 year 2 year no. Because Ghana for 1 year, almost see a Jimmy Sebi. Inti antimi anye. Yantimi anye nti. Enane Philip Waba. Yesi o meye. Inti said nam onko fanemra. And I'm not wrong to say make me a catch or to say onko fanemra. Because yen ya anye ya pam yen. Yen him so omo no betimi aye. Enti ne ye de o maba no. Eti omo nye. Na Ghana for who say omo ye proactive people, they think about the country but not thinking about themselves and the lies and the politics in which they have used the platform and no more power no na 24-hour economy hwan ni ade ni nyina ye mfa mra ni ahonto yen.
Okay. Yo. Chairman Homeso mame, era Philip Toku. Oh, afa. NDC MPP to beyond that or see is Ghana future. What do you think? Oh, especially representing your generation. Because I'm even surprised at his age, 39 years.
Okay. Mr. Fia, I'm fa kunya we so na chairman. I know what to da. Na me say I'm go be frame hwe I think say see na ye papa chairman ke no so no I'm go hwe pa. Nti ano enumre minim say minua international ogi.
If you about na madwane agya o because MPP UK program bi. Say man koso amawu.
Anya hwe chairman we ready a.
Eduru ba bia no madwane agya kakra.
Nti no minua international ogi ne ho kani nyame yi mo hwe na wasam mfin so yene communication director lawyer wa unua lawyer sonfo ono so hwe
network no omo be ko network no ho
me network no I don't know what is happening.
If you have been a basis wa
if you have strategy topic na de ba na ni nyu.
Oh, Mama yana make my testimony. This is Mama more chairman abaso. Na me more wa so abaso. See that me kan kan ye no. Afi na ye me ye no MPP NDC. In the front of communication no, e say normal SSA. What you say? You share Auditor General. Minya time say minya report ni kan ye. We share videos no. This the fear no ho ye. The clear back 2024 alone. 18.8 billion. Why? And let me tell you this. It's a Viamina Adajema ATA4 NTS. Say that report in here, public operations alone. Public operations.
Network still like shaky.
Okay, maybe let me adjust. Let me adjust.
Maybe call baby from.
Okay, let me adjust. Okay.
Why? Call baby for they use another Wi-Fi or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let me
adjust. Sometimes Wi-Fi normal limited no. Why? Until you have to go join here very soon. And here no very important because young men no give you idea young woman. Hanan the young man. So far cases here by jama former KM boss dey and now here as an any efikakra. So for more ya bom di nyina ya dey allegations attach you nyina ono and I'm say Professor Miokunfi case no but Professor Miokunfi case no munya nko ekire biasa. You see omo pe na so omo mpanifo all those who have been mentioned are young people. All those who have been mentioned are young people. You were esibentu or say ono no ye old kakra. We need the young people's voice. Moya mo say appointing young people, appointing na munye say. Inti friends of Penny also back and Musa say you what can say was attorney general no should proceed to court no jai public charade no I said they do also on court na e ho na ye court of competent jurisdiction yen so ne asem no so yen say empower prove you case but politicians now mo form NDC ni MPP amo na mo supplying people into public office no. In the long term case in the court but in the long term no do you think entity bi wo ho na some of the man call it's hard to free because first no na mobile politics my yen tisa say but we free since when na sade we ba
Yeah, Efia, as a matter of fact, Sadia we as a developer just quickly recently, people get appointment. I don't know the structure in which the appointment goes through. Say idea do not send allegation na go for your abontini alleged perception no say your two appointments no say no cra because so big or two appointment there's all about betinika ana what is the criteria cry the appointment you see baby a Ghana ye failing no eye hwa and that you mama buy would have appointments are yeah you see if you're not careful over I say why you know just to satisfy certain people. Okay? What is the merit of these people in terms of background check? Ben, yeah. One more background, the Juma Ben or my pen. What mean what record it's a reference to reference or you're capable of doing this. You see, that is where we have failed because I had job for the boys. Job for the boys. There is no, it's like your party, your politics now is no. Akwa say akwa no so one hwe kra na one careful. One wo ye obi a wotimi tra radio so na wotimi di atam yie man ko nanim na wo no ampower be ye popular no say ye ba party nim ne ye ba ban mu pe a you stand to win a juicy appointment to be just to satisfy oduma we ye. Cause when matem di yie. Na obi oni matem di yie ne ko tena office say onkonko run it.
Inti adwuma no yem fat competent people
no. Fat competent people near adwuma no.
It
is not a wine and an abandon woman o papa the same. You tracy the come back one hour relating at say no tia a question animonium as to obi ewo Jonathan Fie a David Fie and a Jonathan Fie met me ayen adoye ene the appointment aye insanity. Because ne papa bi you be papa pen. It yen fan reward no. Ne ba no form kra won so bi mun feel da. Nipa na ye adwuma na kan yenim so wa bon adwuma no wontimi nye. Eso nye wo na ode ne ba betina wonti wo a wo ye e bia manager bia wo hye na se no. A wo na wo ye adwuma ni nyina na ye de obi abetina wo so no oni sa nipa kro na adwuma no kra wonim ba bia ne tiri ne nkon besie. Eso so wo ye threat. Say ubie wa no a wo ye beyiwu. That is what Ghana te ho. A cast across on both sides of the aisle. MPP are ye, NDC gusu ye, omo ye bi pen, omo gusu ye. President Kufuor time na Kufuor omo bob bra. Who that country President Kufuor was very successful no. I'm telling you, these people had a track record of what they have done before. President Kufuor my appointment just like that.
And the issue is
free so. In fact, me cry me born abaso pen. Time or you could to black one money or for Zuquatinum Betty Semu. Now only a younger generation bia. Now omoba. I thought say they were going to be doing good for the country. And then when about now a year, a friend is saying, what is saying airport hills. Now or yes, or high down $8,000 or $10. Now uko bisa say a Juma Ben so now oh yeah. Na katua ye sen almost me yanko nam so otimi tua ne de no ano no. In this country, in the United Kingdom, you cannot get away with it. You can't get away with it. But yen mino akwa to say abusia mu ncheni otu obia na wo hu say afia. You see, look, anyama bi o hokra see etimi twam tugu. Wo ye minister ne appoint to say corner koye vetting. Now, what causes the whole Bonkurugu Yofo Yina Duachi? say yenko to shire because ya ma adwuma se koye na fa so mo man e di entia yakofa ne kurom gyina bedi nachi yakofa so nso aba yakofa ne yere ne ma we aba ye de we abusua pani Judas aba wo mu nyina betena nachi that day no nko an wo statistics die no because wo mu wie ya pa wo koye party bi mu that day na NSKD ni shase eti DC Ukraine appointment as so kwa sorry them no ko de nyame ase no otim ko yiska to ball no mu na obi ahu se wa start aduma they are not going to work. They are not there to serve the people. Everybody, every one of them almost is there to enrich themselves.
Eti more as MPP no going forward no. Mo be start here check say bia mo ye background of obia.
I think we need to check. Any background check crack. Look, if your contracts normally are there, you can execute contracts to certain individuals. I'm from companies, no much my juma. But when you're giving appointment to somebody, you don't give appointment to someone that you love. On both sides. Media man classic me can want some say ya ba mu me kai me see my appointment one year the mom. I can send you videos of mine. One year the mom.
And what did this omoye sir that will check the number of times sir. It's kedien kitingiti say ya koso. In the public service.
So obi potna baby. Now you're competent in that field and pass a year juma now or track recorder. I'm telling you, obedi bi kuro bi beka. Ontimi nye diabolic completely say what why you focus say me jiri sa video ya ye hu ye ya share ya wo kan wa se me ya me share no am say Black Rasta was a one and ma commentary be about it
now.
Okay,
back if it is where they get back gauges
we no me ntimi jump to conclusion because the net technology aba oba kra na bia obi na say that na AI yen ya say I don't know. Okay. I don't want to fall victim in that, but if it is true if it is true then it's wrong and no quite evidence enough says timi do obi tum. If send your mo can see ya chan kontompo ni sama ya kan okrakra ya nyini biem. That is the system in which we are running now. Attorney General Ojina was here. Me no anka ma ro mata de na buo se adwuma na menye because we ankasa we are victim of something. We are so krano you have also caused financial loss to the state. Nya Ghana na yebetimi abu ya ni agusa de we so abema wo Attorney General we appointment country ban. No, if you tell me country
has no moral right to prosecute.
He's got no moral right to charge anybody.
Charges.
I'm telling you, even this. If we are talking about law, me a law student, and I'm in school nukra mankobi. Okay, middle school living certificate exams, man. 1984, and I'm in school. What you say? If you are Attorney General, we ought to say or prosecuting kofono. I'm telling you, me a law. Me timia saya file. I the petition yakotum say or new right to charge anybody, even those who all charge you woman. So be any da hopa na wabia. The lawyers crab kwa for no na sema baka say you are disqualified. You cannot prosecute me. Yes. If you are why am rasa me bo aka me. Etina lawyers in your categories wo no. Lawyers no so say binu ye barristers ebinu otiase obi honuma ono odi asem 1 hour kra no a ne sika ontimi ni o because obekwa akoffa cases a asipen anya botra mpa akotena library ho asesa cases ni nyina dosono atono bo ase ayiyi evidence ni nyina de aba be ka kire wo ayeni se wo kra wo ye kronfo ontimi ni asem wo ha asoreko Ebia bibi si ho sa akra yenim wo de oto obomu se lawyer bi o ye barrister bi a wa biampa ayene will be obekọ akogina court amanani mogu ase one day a ye be sisa ne niam aso no amana ya disqualify no krama in the position as Attorney General. He's not qualified to be an Attorney General in Ghana. He is not. Senya Ghana na ya tena se aso so niam so amana ya tan sebia Attorney General na oto se he is not qualified to be there.
But the Parliament appointment committee no so as a
no, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Or a parliamentarian. He is a parliamentarian.
Okay.
Anna.
Oh yeah.
He is a parliamentarian.
Nti ombe hu ne mobo ne scratch my back.
Whichever way I feel say no mubet my yenu biano, me if you na me but the man is not qualified.
Okay.
We are talking about moral grounds.
Okay.
Yes, see your idea nyina ho kwan, enya nyina na fata yen so omo no pass o kra no a e kire say wo so di wo hu ni ampa recuse yourself.
Recuse yourself, yeah.
You will recuse yourself and say me nsanie me nanie President Mahama appointment is wade because one can say so we are kronfo e dey na wo kwachi kronfo. Answer me say because me see say ampa so so me yam fu because yes so we are kronfo.
Just allegation done so.
Of course.
Okay.
Now we are kronfo but match me.
Okay. Very well. Very well.
Anna,
But man, me I like the fact that one can say admit say as MPP no your very mo party is even involved in
we have all failed.
Okay.
We have all failed.
Very well.
I'm not considering anybody, not MPP, no anybody. Ghana for trust and kasa woyemu. Ghanaians believed in us. Ghanaians believed in us.
Disappoint you more.
Of course. Of course.
My offer same rem na and them say the network na you mess up.
If you are mami nyani nyawo.
I don't know. Okay.
Chairman say money na mama to
I
aso.
say money now.
Why say money na mama to aso?
But Mr. Toku, Bremuni answer say maybe say a question about young people. But I think before about young people, no muna more buying a wakunya. So the chairman can young free baby a chairman say money moral right be because issues no more can be.
Yeah.
In fact, national service I say me I can. Unum say 2014 under NDC there was a similar national service scandal. The amount was about 200 million. More shut down for who the end of the case. I say a cocoa with 3 times scandal to Koyama in 2014. And today, it's not like on the NDC. So NDC so time. Into what are we doing? You develop your mind, and I create, loot, and share for NDC and MPP.
If you are mami ma bibi kitu ebi no mra. Kenne asema ye kan sisi ye emrante ne mabawa amamu aye kan. We are create mutia ye ama ya mamo opportunity a tete won mpanimfo ne ye de mom. Instead of so omo betimi aye adwuma no free o makoma mu ayire o mo ho aye adane hwehwe ni mu hwe akwa bi abrante bi yesi friend Basintali. Hwe the way I all behave e wo ba bi o wo no. Otimi ko se police for atade, otimi ko se so atade, no watia sika kwam, na wodi motor bike na nipa be 300 dinati.
Criminal, I know the only criminal ibia.
No, you're criminal asemo, but if you see, and you know we are na no na the criminal ne ba because the moment
attitude almost subai.
yeah, if you are the moment motorbikes 300 but to do what you know. As a so free of volume. It by the time I'll be 2-3 years no. Over sorry akono. A honey your back who's a says he can now the fuel for motorbike.
Okay, but some other man can't they always say and I find a reasonable cost. Cost against you and Sunny and combat entirely so. And because I may assess and I say from governor Casanti why are we toning down Kakra?
I want Tony down here and 1 year and 1 year because I'm calling per Jumaye, a National Youth Employment Authority. Meboa.
I am
to one nam kwala no to me creating human no munya binya no nya motorbike na omo di tudi na chiti sen krane no.
Oh.
Me that go yemra so near NDC more moral right and I create loot and share among muni and NDC for MPP for to go chairman say I scratch your back na more no munina.
Mr. Fia, me not chairman asibi na me sana wase. Me network na kakra. Chairman or shasi no ne sermon no aye very impressive. But I think so ko wie na I say watch ya.
Oh no emugu
watch ya.
How dey me say that serious into the emphasis.
Sister Fia, the cry a woman here said the second coming of JDM it's excellent John Dramani Mahama no. Ye nyina ya giatum ye nan ya wa ya giatum say oni any excuse to fail Ghanaians on na ye ka ho asem. What you say? Some of us say bia Sister Fia you can cry. Say JDM and I say NDC this administration ekwo awieye na say dey kwa na ekwa say bia you be be kwete politics na hu say e bia e man na enko nanim what you say hwe ade na ye ka no Sister Fia e ya reho e ya aniwusem hwe say na obi 1300 cedis nti ye de na kotum ene obi you are or asibe or say something between 2003 and 2004 he can go afana nsem what you say
every month be I know 516,000 Ghana cedis every
yes
month.
not sebio na ya flagship program napco na over 9 months na yentua ankwalaka what you say atem na ya kika na say bia me dey say me hu say o take discourse me dey because me ye babunu what you say ye pese ye chechire o man Ghana yenyi sa political sa ade ni free ho na yen ka na krenchire tumi mame ma wade bi auditor general na ma no gubi so na me network ni ye public operations in Kwao 8.8 billion
18.8.
yes 18.8 billion yeah na say bia mame chire wade bi hwe from 2020 to 2024 sika yo ka sika alpha amanfo sa answer say akakem amanfo di ni gba 72.6 billion na ye ko IMF akoye la resula na say ko bobusia and no wonder say sebio occupy Ghana e dey omo report by na say sika na ye say ko pe na IMF no sister fia say ye see ye didi say sika ni na sia no kwan a ye betuma nye say sika na sa mo hom yensa 3 times and who is talking about it. If you are me go to Bible, Psalm 89, 31 to 33. So we all him be on kind. Nyamina na ka sem bio. Was this a one ni ma share there so one ni me so a me nyankopon. I will punish you guys. Me punish you because of the normal boni amaye. Now the court 33 no say me punish you me wi am sa dom. Nyamina boss no ni assassin e ka assassin no di kire nipa. But how much more we politicians leaders and the sikaya sebi and amanfo e dini free na ye hwe nkwala sebi oko school oko constituency a amanfi west asenge kwa momuni bolompan and nkwala kan so asana mako school and sister bi am se ko nkwala na sebi emo ni nimpa na num suo na ya man nimpa ba akopɛ owi asa ngofo ya beka kire ye ne ma se ye on papa no ma mobra. I am the chairman, maybe I know the free or they call Mabruno and this Amangwe, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Amaya Kunya. This is the time I say you prove it, you pay for and say, Yanzu to me, Oman Hawaii, Baba. In Tiana say, Yan legacy, I feel them paying for no problem to me back here, Stemino. I'm going to say, and then pay for no idea, so I could say, you don't know what I say, no African countries here. It's been 93 years, 95, 85 years, or something fair. These are some of the reasons. What you say, if the make kind of crash or say, see a percent of mine anymore. This is the timer. Say, trust is good, but control is better. You control nimpa.
And are you saying that to say, for instance, cases here by the EFI MPP side, the NDC, there were cases there, by these are the cases I court on. Now, do want to me and controlling call for Nana.
I am telling you, who share on say, me be say me because that politics because chairman uncle until I'm that politics no.
Okay.
But if you say, oh, you kind of crash here, the last 8 years, you know, you dream and a chrono, oh my God, if you are home, and that's a bit no. But and right now, no one say, if you do baby, I feel the obi crab up on here, unsuro, obi bokron, obi yard, you on himself, sebi, a system now, a cover. But say you try a Sylvie at all. I just say, okay, say me say, those times don't do a man in Mahama, or no point or the new from 2016 up to 2024. And I say to me, teaching go for be a young man get a hook a cry, a boom. Since the family kind of crash row, and it was all can say be some George and all kind. You know, some George. They are all fantastic young men. But this is the timer as all dominance form. Na said you 2 men now, Modema Mabunu say, young pioneer Jumano. You bet to me, I had and pay for them. Because right now, 39 years. Who was saying, Sikasen or what? This is your always catam. And I wouldn't be a mistake, young moye. You're yet to can get a Sunday to die. Oh, quack, can't do it. Trasaqua. A damn be grace, so independent. I am telling you this.
So be to me rent it. Near was guy they go rent
Let me
it.
use it, but now slim cohere. You know, I'm being Sabian and train and so. Go baby cohere, but I have power also, sebi, other form. Maybe I because the Bible say if you are saying people precope, then you watch yatimu. This is the time we need to reflect as young guys. This is the time I say, oh my God, I'm here. This is the America. How our brands and only $1,000.
$1,000 so what actually?
What did the builder make come? What they say your paycheck $1,000. But then who Ghana you to me put $35 million. Now you're my show. $86 million. Now you're my show. Say and you know one that said another can be say I'm paying Tisika so a commodity. Or mine and you hear mine. And no correct. Nanado was telling the truth at that time because Sika as farm for us. Sika said be bin matinaso. If you are Shanania ECG. She no may see one. She no may see what ECG. That's all you're gonna need now born for 7. I mean, the old to them. And I did approve say 2 million or near the court 10 million. Yeah, they say 6 million, near the court 50 million. And now the payment, I'm just start time no. Next time, I'm not sure more money at that time. But see, they're okay. I bet call yeah, you and I be about shum, no, discount free. And this is the time. Me the make an Indian person politics. I'm learning to say, Yen Nara, Sabi, yes, some of mine, yes, some political party. Sabi said, before said the Omar credit, on my partner's uncle. Oh, yeah, they bring us some benefits. But so my Ghana who here, Sabi said, my Ghana who here, who could you want to come whom you know? What I say, she give to a worry. Give to a worry. Why would that payroll so I have found say permanent worker no? Now sign would dean SAO NSS payroll so. What you say now and Kwalabi or what? Just if you are mechanical 5 months into a mocha. Nene sabi a man, a woman, a brabobone, at Yale mom, who to Yale Mayo. Now you're quite say by. No one is going to scan you to talk cats about penny in every year. Now sabi and Kwala war a Mabuno and as and Kwala street and I say I then I'll be a film. And the American as an NDC communicator now actually NDC for John Domani Mahama, His Excellency said, this is the timer. Onya legacy and now Osawo 2/3 our payment. Often the essay Emrano so almost the same. Yes, this same Nanya Fincham. And then say, whoa, why a Jew Obako. Okay, I said, Jimmy American said, and one of the biggest talk show I work on our public account committee. Michelle Economy go for. I talk show. I am telling you this. Since if you are there, pan of Titama, your tea, your Tamana, multimedia. Now we are a Fabe also, we get more 2 years scandals with Breno. This is the time I said it to me be at the moment. Who flow another police at you? Okay. And as I before you said, sister, if you say, almost book chrono, it is alleged, almost physical. Almost can be almost on form. Some people gain any time of money they stuff here, Mboa. People gain uncle for a sebi, omni say, gay, ya sebi, 1,003 on the narco to me. And they say, 2 plot to be a Munchaman on door. No,
politicians must not be allowed to benefit from plea bargain. No,
you see, this threshold now a huge amount of money and Nipanankasa purposefully so offer. Now you near money pre-bargain, and there's no be a baby.
No,
because the scanner my fans and the 2 bank a crack or yes, treasury bill be. Before some of Baba pre-bargain and Baba is you want to know triple of that money.
Yes,
it is a son a yeta. Ediama iron Shasudia, Ediamanko for just a WIA creative platform for people to create, loot, and share. Is that what we want?
Okay.
It is a pre-bargain, no crack a benyan can money, or money threshold to be free so now moon pepan tontine, Nipacrono, what the empire, young fanning tomb. Young fanning tomb at the end of the day, yeah, they are Sanka, open it here and Sabaka.
Chairman, and yes,
it didn't want to tomb. Yeah, they tomb, said, or that's in the macrabe for your monfa. Young fanning tomb. Deterrent to the people.
But you make sure say, Sad, Omoja Padium, this is Canayano, or my
and no crying as and Papa Wakano. We need to confiscate all of them. You give Tracy, like Obiona, Wakofane, Mammy, Diatoso, Mammy, at home by Ne dan was
No,
here
it's
the that's
traceable because so far AGA why no much make tracing in. I said Dubai
of
India. That's
course.
how they knew.
They should
Or
take
way
all
way
of them.
way.
And Brandi
It's
di o man
traceable.
pa no mo beko prison no. Ni nyina ya mfa ni nyina na ban no ton no on san fa mra back.
Yo.
If you
Enti
are
no
mami
say
nyam kwan.
the
Yo.
chairman e ka no.
Yeah, that's
Ya
it.
do mene ne ya sister fia de
Kafrapa.
me kan nyina na ye say ade ba ko a esa haye o kan se me o hya se no nturo na o kan se bi ya de brofo na da Ghana fo kronfo ye kronfo awi ya wi ya kofa brofo bi te say irregularities ya kofa brofo bi te say procurement na ye de da amanfo e kro no sem hwe report ba is fia hwe say 1.5 billion normal say ya your friend procurement o your matter receipt enka ho de di bia ka ho enko 1.5 ye create sika na sister fia unim school a betumi asi unim bohos a betumi atu o sabi ekuro bi so sabi unim ene yenko hwe de sisi asem ne ye kan boy be kan be besi ene hwe de hwe mabunu sabi no ma moye ene adwuma kora bi ne ho na nipa ba ko afa sika no one na yere na ma hwe adubuan yasema na wokan wanya sika ama footage no om discan bi go good WC ma fresh ma nakọ we have maburu ama we
Allegedly, because we don't know whether a ampesikana no mudigo, but the video shows
that
something.
is that, yes, it is alleged, but you know CCTV camera ni bi what you say the year can na na say me say be MPP NDC ya ko yanim no over America say crime has no expiring date. What you say and from President Kofi Abreso wow hu bom mu bia yen kofa wasem ne mbra na ye make sure say sebe emra ne no bedi emra no odi bia ye ne be politics omo be politics no obi a ko hu bia whether obesuro
But Mr. Togo says, I chairman assembly say, a friend said in Tamakula say me mobile and the first thing I can say also yes a kamunko for my menemra. But what jai cases then also involved because said now must log there no it involves Ghana sika but makata so my edi mo who wakra but mo che MPP for so ni na Ghana sika
entina me make a chow say
and the MPP for their friend na mo court but said na be court wa wie entina chairman mo ni moral right be am pose mo kwachi obi
sister is the fear things that kasem no sha say no can say be say on say I think say wo background in law enti no ma bi wo a o ti ase now your 10th month ba mu ni and I say ye nya no me tem bia maka say after the tenure of John Dramani Mahama His Excellency na normal me susu say Ndruman say policy bia me nya ni just bia meto aso because he is our last hope see the no because now it's too early I just I find ye be call 1 year mu enti the make ni nyina na say sister fia now ye mpo ekwan papa bi ento ho Attorney General na say for no mama na me say bia talk show every week be a press conference it should the press conference should be back with action now can now the nimpa na eko make sure say all evidence and the answer number out say Ghana for say na so mesi aye no now enough evidence all the na eko because you hear sika sister fia amanfo hwia it is alleged you hear sika afa amanfo nsa say e ya reho na make ECDD 180 billion look at this why na yakọ IMS na yakọ bosia sister fia no ma chechire mo say agu yachi say the next 5 years men fa dwuma na yakọ IMF na yakọ say the next 5 years men nya kwan na yakọ IMF na mo ka say the next 5 years men tunsuo ama nkofo but na sika na nge betuma si ano kwan sika na nge betuma abọ ho kwan no ana se betumi ajeje no a ge de bebo ye ho bla no na akọ se ba akofo botom and the America as a communicator as a Ghanaian say yako yanim no yanim say now amanfo ye jojo on the constitution normal be grombe tumi aye normal so mo hyemu kena ebi ne ye ka ho asemi normal so mo hyemu kena ene say sister fia omba sisa emra no ama mabunu anya hotoso ama Ghana ni bi ehun say meti o my Ghana ni Ghana ene me nya konya kura sebe metu kwan and ho kire ne no me sister fia ama go tumi ko fan so no ma Ekofa dance so no mo. Ene ahokyere nti sebe ema bi ene ebinom eye no ma ensem fanta. Na sika na akosi ni baba ko. Ye no ya na say ye ko ya na say buy. Enti me de kakra me meka on this topic ni yesterday. Ye ko ye nim no. Ye ma ye nimre. Ene mabru na ma entrust so many responsibilities they am no. Mama ye fan for granted. And then say I look as if say obi apese onyeska no go into politics. Because normal be a man for chato. She said 4 years obi nya adwuma da. Na bamba power amufra be ma Stefia. Okay, one of the billionaires and okay be. Look at this. Who the woman himself we a citizen journalist who them making. See she energy give to a wallet. Say the can go wunya bank fire investment. Who to watch $150,000. How? Now come across mumuni. Ko yirase. Ko samla boy. And then you nya a queen in so ta can kama. Says kana sebe. Ya jejeno. Sister Fia wouldn't be able to this kana. What yes, indeed they make any say it's too early now. Then be America, you haven't yet 10 months me. By your way, you be more actions.
Okay.
After the 4 years, now you know maybe ABR, then be some of us said America, you know. But it's any
but Hanan be minim say on our channel so no just 39 years. Are you surprised at 29 charges you bra? My charges 1, 2, 3 are 29. We're reading a charge because
more, you know what? And look, like
how does it make you feel as another young man to another young man?
And I make a say, ain't now some of the African countries now. Mabrun common yomuni. I am telling you, these are some of the reasons. Now, say you when you can be Christ if you then I'll be then now this can ever ye. I said, almost 20 something charges. They are more back for. Who the report in the coin, I don't know, but they are behind the scenes are said the continent to coin and whatever. And did they remember the make say, Obia sebe, no whom bomb will be around. Mama Yama said pre-bagging. You have pre-bagging and a massive omonibi.
Okay.
You have pre-bagging and a massive Obia or Abonteso as a commodeno. Politicians, the Chomo no money here, Jan sign yede, you found form and got to. And number 2, I don't say you can't corruption. I am not among any war. A moment Yaman you some go on. Wouldn't say public officers and so no more air cost so home. Sister Fia. No more air cost so I what you say? And I make a say almost 18.8 billion I can once a me. Yeah, in public operations. What you say? And all district assembly be you to me the budget about say na 7 a day. Now you're trying to be fool. And then America say public account committee is one of the like a talkative, a talk show. You camp of focus. Near allowance near goofy. They see a near press a year or mine. Your near press every year pay. That's in the amount of mine, your mother baptism baswa. No, my is a fear ye diagro.
Okay.
China, so wouldn't say China. A big minister. Then I see the name called a Omukunu Sabi. Corruption. China hierarchical. What's that? While fact control and CBN and security and then, but and from JJ Lawrence, I have a pin, John Domani Mahama. Young go his car after man bones. I say, young Busia 50 million. I say the year coin. My Nipa back no 50 million. Nibida then. And they made the mechanical crane say, young for weighing yet NDC MPP.
Okay.
And because over here NDC MPP, over here is a political equalization.
Yeah.
The reason why
but still, said in Tamaclodian, would you tell President Mama say, and our age say, on consider revisiting that case because there's already a conviction in place?
Some American culture say there's no expiring date
for
with
crime.
law or with crime.
Okay.
And I know, man, I believe in this NDC administration so much. I said before some of Frabemuno, where any API say, do money see MPP and NDC so. Wow, who be around? Minimum some of meetings are here. And then a man president, Mahama catch appointees and they say, Sabi or Pobi Biacho. oko fa asamba hwe na wan ye wadwen say oboba betwitwa open pa omba because na yekoko and na ode bo mu because onim de e won anim a ombu beye what you say this is the timer timi amaka che say Stefia this is the timer I say oh my Ghana amabunu ye ni bre and the politicians don't say be say and with the help of the social media TikTok and Facebook and Instagram na asefo no amafo enya information so much and then who to be for dollar obinim dollar no obo ya no de kosidi obo sidi no de ko dollar enti ene se wo ye wadun se sebio o man Ghana bia dodo na entumi enkan dodo na anim de ekode a na we politician make cho se wo boa wo ye trofo ye hu ne se sebe ene ye betumi afuli o mo entumi fuli o mo nche ene dakoda kra o mo hwe na mo bre a bia no ma ye mpese ye hu no ma ye mpese ye bete no ye bete and going forward the memeti ase the memehu John Dramani Mahama na ye say obeye minim so obeye na omoma on say fia me de ma no si asamba akon so koso Ghana unim say obia pese wo kwasea obia pe kwasea na ntie obia pese obe wo kwasea ba what you say the America ta now when I'm no kasa hwe woni bra abre from intro hwe chama ni bra abra na wo kasa obi ani abre ba wo de hwe say yema emra ne nko enya dwuma oni ba ko yeah, political something.
I think that's why chairman crowd warning the MPP for say obi a omunjai side and no mama achi akogu no. They should allow the law to work.
That is it. I just said President Akufo-Addo, His Excellency can ask me some years ago and some time ago. I said let the institution work. What you say? And the institutions on area jumano. And politicians no. Omusho mukena. What you say? And this if you are no friends of women say. Among for bebre ade sa criminal constitution no institution no ye edwedie. It is alleged. I am telling you behind the scenes. Ombema Ghana for at say sebi na twibini. Esro na kama otie ma peche. Sa no mo ye sa de no. Enti say pese o man e kọ nanima. Se nipa no ho ka forget about say o ye MPP na no NDC ni. Se nipa no ho ka ye hu ne say sister Fia. Nipa no ho aka. O man ye me say ye anti political party o. Ye chechire o man.
Okay.
Say ya o china ye kọ yanima. Ye benya bibia ka kire ntima. What you say? Kakra metumi aka no.
Philip mama na say ba mama nkofo nso mra no mso ntwe omadwen because Ghana it Ghana for so here bra Michael mama good evening ni akwaba ye enti o comment
na mpacho apomboko de
nyankopon adaro ma so
nyankopon apomboko Stefia onim asema ye kan tintintin ya ni solution no so ye kitikiti o sa Auditor General asema fritite enye na asemo na me break ase no ka se ene mapnu bia peso onyeska no akọ politics enye ne ene mapnu bia peso onyeska omko politics e fritite na that time no ska no ne value no ndru sa bre that time no obeti billions of cedis no abre but se see no billions of cedis no sebi e bit to nsuo o Ghana e nsuo sika enye ye kan say ye fancy dan ye de to nsuo enti na ama sisi and yet billions na ya adwan ye say afi no omuwia ya che na ninya no ko besi say e ya de ba ko pe na ye say omoye na omoye boa Ghana enye enkoma politicians enko ekwama Ghana nya adenti na omamu na wo ho ni nya no obi atumi fiti prekupe eyeye wa bra ye nche ni fanasase de ama ye bre nya no enye say ye kan say attorney general sem na enye obi asem eye yenyaa no yepesi ediye eye nokre na die nti na yese mitimi fiti preko pe de 1 year esifia ekoso 2 million yenhwehwe masase edie nti na yenye sa ade we free tete ye obia account for ne japade awo ansa na wakope opajuma ye de adwuma na ma no we should have
and before ni fa no be ban e be man political appointment no na japade owo nya unjustified.
Sister Fia, me see as here. 100,000.
For instance, no kuje to black kwade aye busa no so vetting committee ono so say na yire netua. And I don't know how would you find out.
Eti honom na ebeba no member Sister Fia. Me see as here say 100,000 be to my account. Me transfer 50,000 ko to me account. Na me transfer 60,000 ko to a me file tax a ye be hwe be 100,000 ni free buy. Me ye be hwe be 50,000 ni free buy. Ye be hwe adwuma kra ye mienu ye ya ye timi nya 100,000 ni 50,000 ye transfer. Eti the moment a wo be sha say o man no be sha say ye wo office of special prosecutor and I say for Yenya Office of Special Accountability for individuals holding up you can say government work, any private work in here. Idea here no. Omo modwuma omo be nya ne say omo de ye ne ye fa wadwuma ye check you free you can say bra wo sha say wo ye adwuma sika wanya ebepem sa be na wo hia ya check you sika wanya obi a wo ye around you bia no sister fia yes oni akro no say if who free so a oni akro no ye accountable for the japade a wo simple say enema free so na me maame say a me di ade no na me maame wo so onim 10,000 Ghana cedis na me free so na me maame ka kire me say or trasako dan mienu na me maame ka kire me say or account e wo ba bia yes ye hwehwe me maame mu that is the way I yes ye ko yes ye mamra no straight e wo sa you know you declare anything ya fa obi adwuma and ya fa na adwuma or ya adwuma report 2 weeks 3 weeks no ato asase almost $30,000 ye system ye move sahwe eti ye nya ye gum ana ye nya ye de ye bokro no ana politicians na omu be force we putu samra no onu no suro say obekwa akoye shady deal bi na affect no eti oka si ye declare by ye declare sie eti eti na beka chem say who declare wo asset a wo but who declare sie ne mo pese wo solve corruption ye this year Steph your voice article
na me ka say any politicians for a law no mbeto ye law ne say who declare we are ye the auditor general na de be ma no de share box mu no aloke
enti na ye pese sa law no na ye say free onom no enti na me say sa office of special you can say a waste of time a office of asset declaration and ye say hye me dey solve corruption enti office of asset declaration no and na me free so 2 weeks 3 weeks 2 years almost track it. You see, that's one of the things you track here. We and some you want say last 2 years or last 3 years, you say nothing baby and auditor general by yes skedie and ubusa Ghana ni bia wonim because you knew obi a won track it. Office no track it ahwe bibia e koso bia auditor general de ade ne pa nkofo we or track ahwe bibia o madwuma no pay so solid say ebe easy ama ukojina court anya afa na you can say kofa we bra because nipa no from day one consistently nisika wo make eti anya ne sa ne yekoso abeye pack ye be waste time we omu betimi afo so anyanya 1,000 200,000 be 50 omo the next government ebeba no obeka so watch me nkofo serious was asset declaration on and the best of problem no other than that they be waste time there be ania kasasa Steph
I mean that's about Michael you want in town good evening
hello Steph Steph I think anyway thank you for the opportunity as usual but I'm happy about the way both apart from your presentation I'm not happy about the way I'm a chairman of ATA, the way our more presentation sound they are making it's more emotional communication or emotional appeal rather than actual the fact or the legalities. On the whole point now making say NPP your government in a disappointing. But I don't think that is the case. The premise is totally wrong. The reason being wrong, then is say, under NPP government, almost the Nipa court, and the court system needs to work in any democratic governance. Court, and the only armor over fans almost safeguarding democracy. In a way,
I think I know the chairman or chairman Kasasem no.
Minim detia me kasa because me chairman duru baby no o ma say even so bi kura na ya mayen kodi we echi what about the presumption of innocence until proven guilty? The fact is that
now me don't take chairman out of context. I see Nipa Pro no. also has the resources, so bet me a high lawyer, I'm always defending it. So let the person do that.
Of
So
course,
that emphasizes the presumption of innocence.
Of course. Mini abanyantoba say, I am a chairman. I listen to him or met my case even where I am, Kurano, or now elevate me out to her. But if I have to agree or disagree with him, let me disagree.
Me too, I say, but Bibi, I want can be quoting. I also straighten it.
Yeah, but the whole point is that yes, one can all kind. But then the point is, Nikwasi defend it, you could defend it. You could defend it with the aim with some panel. That is not the case. Obi Fili said, do you know the number of people who have been convicted with the various crimes who are no innocence? Even in US, some people have been freed as a result of you're convicted or no man committed crime. So whatever the case, the BCBN allow the court processes to work in terms of NPP governance. I'm not going to do Biabeka's NPP NDC, but I'm only laying the emphasis on the premise of what? The rule of law. When it comes to the rule of law,
because that's exactly what the man said. So
this is here. I didn't why in town. I said, you can't say it is alleged. What you say? Alleged, say now you innocent. See the can say no. But say yam auntie see yam bu emfu as omaya. Sa se ma yim ne woken. Ye beka aka angusife. What you say?
I don't know, and changing thing I make catch say we are today doing emotional communication instead of the actual legalities. And the real fact is that does not mean say. And do you know the nipa ye timi kun omo kwanso and now ma ye kun omo ya de charge ya tos near kuno e bia na nipa nen committee we shouldn't me point in say
one in town obian can say omo ka say none of them has spoken say the law must not work. So nobody has decided or refused to speak about legalities. In Tubeka said people are emotional. Of course, when you are talking about astronomical numbers of amount of money, say you definitely have to expect the people to be emotional. This is an emotional issue. This is government of Ghana money. This is Ghana, or more than 20% of the population is living below the poverty line. So definitely this is an emotional issue. So when people are emotional, allow them to be emotional. I'm not saying say people should change a law. No, because law one in town. Law
me pa che
one city near the year of mine. Not a ban say cases say court near filing only prosecutor. Cases say court now we some baby. You would expect that people will be emotional, and even the judges know that people are emotional about this. So I think don't merely because men discounting confovious merely because a emotional because they are allowed to be emotional, and you'll be an enemy law no abeka law.
Obia is allowed to be emotional accepted, but whereby sometimes emotionally it me accuse people wrongly, and also by the time
these people have been charged and nobody's been accused wrongly. Why make consensus before I bet charge you? The attorney general has to go past reasonable cause and then find basis for charge. And son, what until you do charge the pet. That is why I'm a bro chile hono. Yenya charge you be penny at the name about Ghana pony a charging the panani a catanim. My bro chile hono. You're charging the papa me come say mark shot. You tell photo because you have been officially charged. I said you to me a probable cause against you. Until one in town, Pacho.
Why in town, Pacho? Mamma, Sister Fia, Pacho. Give to a worry, a body do Hano. It is a let, or the bonnet, only bonnet. You're a CB, or say, a team be a bonnet, behind yes, a Bosimukan. A team be a boy, you be a
mommy case. Why me when I make the emphasis say we are being over emotional. I think say you should also understand me because I also have my perspective as to why I'm making the argument.
Okay.
Because fundamental rule of law innocence of Ubeka say
Auditor,
there's nothing. I Ubetimaka say Uba said the presumption of innocence won't take you no matter your emotional charge. No dear, we yet then kura it should be there. Share Yamfa Bibian Tonchen, Minuaba, me chairman, Nansay, Tienio, Nansay. Me abronya ebe born kwadu effort some charge you beki can send be chileno. Do you know that the whole UK communication we issued a communication to defend him? So do you think say kaye jai sa semna and an ko be fire and say any pano then kase be a chairman ye say what will happen? But communication is it not the same thing saying ko be so edi yabeti obi free ni fie na bi obi so akogina ho e be at that time yes ye ho a and betima kogina nachi. So all I'm just trying to say is sometimes no let us be young Tony emotional charge na accept say there are laws, the rule of law no and na air working say the fact is we be call even court to crown even court sister fear you know see a charge you obi no court to who call crab you cry man wuram ubetima ubegina chire keke enye nipa ni nyina na ebenye opportunity say become bewura courtroom ho enti you cannot influence the judgment because of being emotional. However, all I'm just trying to say is in any democratic governance the presumption should not be taken away. At the same time, the law should be seen to be fair and fairer to everyone, no matter who you are. One thing you shouldn't also forget is one, young funny say NPP, they are NPP quite you say NPP na anya ye ne bia ye ma ye at say cases young man prosecute too. Like Sister Fear, you just put it here. Cases ya mentioning in court. You are looking at your friends at Kwabnando Ford here. You are looking at Corin Deuda. You are looking at Opuni. They were all cases ya never court. The moment ya beka say yantimanya who be been indirectly we are implying say na wasn't kia fa kwati kwan bi so nanki ye prosi ye den ye jeri womo. And that is I was a man of Wadwin Basson say and no na ye wrong presumption ye make against the individuals because they were already charged and at the part from say or charging or more court and NPP government and find any not prosecute against them. And the cases should have been continued under this current dispensation. And the NPP government, I will tell you, say, because the cases were already in court.
Okay.
And the fact is that they were in court, you cannot accuse them of wrongdoing. The moment Momo Quarries or Mantimania, and it means they should have actually sidestepped the court processes and accused them and maybe Jerry Womo. Let us look at your friend is saying Dr. Atuesia and Jack Padiano. At one court they lost. But the home court, the peak, you can say, what is it? Is it appeal? They won. That is the processes. Okay. And if the court case is let us look at it. Is it fair? Is it being prosecuted? Okay. Is being prosecuted fairly? Because Mimi say Mikra na Medibonia allow the system to work and the judicial system also to work in said the beya.
But chairman say I slow say 8 years now went to me and we prosecution. And then this about filing only prosecutor. He will also be allowed.
No. Why? Good sister Fia. When you say you Ghana no. Yet we file court cases and because Makoya investigation. Interfere into the side of the crimes and it is
preliminary investigation. And then I all rush it. There's no way you ever file a charge against Obi without investigation. But now the exigency, bro, for now legal language, the exigency of the situation can right say on your preliminary investigations is here, but the main investigation go beyond 48 hours. In that case, they can go to court with a charge. They can go to court with a charge and then tell the judge that in re-investigation to keep the person in custody. They can go to court and charge them without investigation.
Okay, and I make sure say Casa de Bia make that error. So I retract that bit, you know. But what I'm saying is, sometimes that preliminary cancer investigation, you know, yeah, they are court, all right. But if you all cry, what court, you know, and sana woma di obi ka omako request na yenya time the aye proper investigation flip into the bet maka say abroad and then because you for US or UK crime way ebe cases bi okure bet my investigate more than 10 years menka say bi kura bi you cases be especially murder cases ne nkon by ye betima nya adaje sa enti the moment na ye betima charge o ye bechiwe be charge o no all the facts are there. Yeah, the entisa because yourself for political expediency, you know. Sometimes we are rushing to go to court and secure all those kind of investigation. Over here, it doesn't work like that. In conclusion, I'm just saying is and sister Fia, one thing you also have to accept is I'm a law student. So in turn, when it comes to all these things, you know, somebody may level also was very high when it comes to law. But at the same time,
no, we are not here to show credentials.
Debbie. It looks as if oh yes, I'm just trying to tell you, say be I made me basing argument on that field now. It's not just a be I'm just being naive. I'm not saying I'm showing.
No, be a naive crowd. The fundamental qualifications will be a Ghanaian. They have every right to complain or talk about anything.
You talk about
it. They also have a right to be emotional.
I mean, what
Even when the person is
but what
they can also be emotional.
So sometimes you see emotions now. And my intiminya assembly sip na omuka ze twi kra say ni sibire say meaning that I'm right with that statement here. Yenya ni sibire ye with the emotion it to ho now for the fact of the case. Funny say attorney auditor general report here by unse ba ye na hey ya be kan bebre but unim say auditor general and so report no call the abano ebe go through processes ebe go through I can't say parliamentary I can't say and also sometimes no parliamentary inquiries into all those things ye benya all also eniema bebre ne ye ebetimi kura ba se query bi kura no omo meki ye query no na ebi a omo ntimi nya eho answer ye let us take it easy menka say so obi a disika indirectly no sa person no yen charging no that's not my argument after only but let us be fair say obi be a presumption of innocence in there mama ye uphold because ebetimi atome ama ebetimi so ato enti ade a ye de ye wa tisafia say wa we aware revolution time you know the people that were killed for the sake of say or sika but then the day no bia menu young elupa bebre and go through that kind of processes in Imuntino. Ya near Nimtina, some of us no, ya kasa ye dream say, Gana ya kosa de any movie though. I'm a bin lose or more papa no mamma no. Just because they have been just accused like that.
The history all day Casano Matuase, yo.
So entina ya nam ebase na mekase mumi enyanto wase because enya te se fiti ya na ene ya bedun tu za tambia o
e wani ta obiate e my
agency for no omunim entina ya no omo ye studio mesra medase
e wani ta my brother Pacho good evening e wani ta be so ka
good evening Stefia
Kasamanti
good evening Stefia
good evening
Badasi akonya odi amami metia Ghana de ye be say democracy say no mindable and no be common sense when any emotions everybody has emotions lawyer no kasa kraso emotions so you cannot make decision abra at least one touch emotions kakram fa physical dream dia any pada seni edi so obia the country at heart dim Sefia enti na MPP near support but yema omu akonya another 4 years enti na ka dream die we nyina nka ye hu
Mr. Katobo na we you my feedback intia We are
Hello.
ready. I'm you too. Why?
So,
John Pachokaza.
me say enkaya ma umu akonya another 4 years another 4 years bi ma. Say dream die we nyina nke ye hu. It's too much. Yeah, can't say you know maybe common sense. You shouldn't compromise. Boni bu ohwa. Even ansana auditor general crowd report beba no. Na wadi kan kra di ka twera institution na or hwehwe ne hwehwe mu ni say sabi normal odeba no. This is what you cannot deny it. In the auditor general di ayi apa o publish here o ye ho press conference nyina no. There's nothing like even the word alleged bi. Akra ya wo no kra nim say gift or this kind. And it is true.
Well, cry. I
Sister
won't
Fia,
know. Yeah, fan
dear, me
court.
person, me train ya adwene ba so ne say. Ya nhwe case they see China. No. They use just three months to solve the problem. Enkosi dabe na Ghana. Ye be use because
Baba
you
John
say
say
no.
when him said China law is different from Ghana.
Ye betimi so asesa ye de. Enti we are also proposing say. Enya sa de a Sister Fia obi abekwa kosua law ni bi no ahye da wi because Ghana na ye say amanfo e decide say ye pese wi sika because sika amanfo wi na eye boapae sana meka no. Enya say wo ye bibi na afa ne nsase no. Na even cramping for say oman sika ye tafre ho ne ni. So enti we need a certain specific time bia ye betimi de etwa to ho a ye betimi di asem specifically say China use a 3 years 3 months sorry ye betimi use at least 6 months and also 1 year. So because ayesa na judges are omunim de no e be postpone the case ni sa enu say the next government so mra no no so abeseti bibi say no involve void and
Not
nullify
possible.
yeah. So emoyen the honor again ye maame no mo wo kejeti o mu ton ko bi ni agye na ya gyeji o mu taxi nipa da sani awia sesika we it's too much. It's too much na ba ko am pese me twe ye president adwene ba so say onkan who said there is a report. There is empirical evidence say about 34% of the youth say omoni the military government. So if President Mahama if fail at this time of prosecuting people, officials, the corrupt officials are the youth, they say youth, the Ghana, and say I say bola sujano, a buffon a month for munketenkete. Na say President Mahama and to me young mufia. Yeah, the young say in the it could be say the country will turn other side. And yes, we can use the
And there's a
democratic
military
way.
for me to me
That
intervene.
is what is going because
Okay.
when you ask the
Okay.
youth of the nation, the country now about 34, and Ghana youth soon kuta or mine CCA now 34 so move military rule. Now say government officials should dream there. There's no need. Me, I don't use allege. I will not use allege. Say no one can compromise. It's too much. Oh, enti yes, the canon. Oh, now it be massa sorry say yes, son and nam yes, say campaign say yes, a group of people be aba as I be do mine. So, enti
A
kakra
group
me canon.
oh so far no until I want to talk as a more emotional no, because group of people be why I charge you or more with a crime of stealing. Individuals and I charge you so be the
Sister
group
Fia,
ba
Sister
a
Fia,
group behind and
Auditor
committee group
General,
yeah.
Auditor General, I'm say it's not only press conference no mo ka say amanfo bi ka ho a a charge wo.
But
It's not
any
only
group they
deputy.
haven't charged group I'm charging
Says carry
individuals.
individuals. Now individuals they are within a certain a unit
Well,
of
any
or entity.
every baby, a crime in your
There be,
group.
let's take a NSS National Service for
And
instance.
I'm saying national service say individuals they charge you or you charge group.
Okay.
Because
And
I'm saying that what's a group be contested some person or mobile. Group will be able to me contested because group will be any bonnet. Individuals no my bonnet because you can't yeah. Both NDC and PP, you know, for at one point or the other have been cited for corruption. But any NDC na charge and any NPP na
still
charge
no.
individuals.
Mate
Why?
o kana say. Me
Individuals.
still na de can say o man panyini enhwe report where the Kamba, the majority of Ghanaians, about 34%, so mu here military. Now, Sister Pempesi me busam who say, what is the essence of the internal auditors within the government institutions? What are they doing? We need to sack all these people because answer sika yentua sika no, not the internal auditors and so approve this amount. So oh my God, they just take the monthly salary and go. You see, these are the things that you cannot do it in other countries.
Okay.
Say, Uko
Yo.
China, any UK, any other advanced countries, they are learning to bring innovative things to solve the current problems of the society. And say Ghana for a month
Okay.
we have a long way to go.
Yo. Yo.
Madam
Yo,
Asipa.
Brad, man, now I see, but anyway, obisi and can't just say, yes, obia, that's too general. Oh, they are now they are fraud. Obia, individual. There's so many people on my back, NDC, MPP, Abemo, but yeah, you can't so for my side to for corruption, stealing, yeah, they are in the minority. It's still like engine any papa or yes, I say, oh, more money and got you more. That would be unfair, because if you are true sound for no, need a hunting it. Yachichi Sanko for winning. Braco, good evening.
Stefia, good
Gentlemen.
evening, but to say.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, Stefia, me there, and you make a cram can say, me next to cross on me baby. Kaka can say, Ghana as a nation, we are not being serious. Stefia, the reason why I'm saying this is say we are youth and now we are young person. That's a word Ghana. That's a and never be one ma because me time biano, I am meeting some worker. Nti enam issues we na raise here and draw youth no attention to it nti the Ghanaian youth no are they aware of what is going on because if you
Already.
public account committee report in here there Stefia is sick look at the amount of money and area look at the amount of money and area nti no say ote o ma we mu na say we wa say we youth na say we need that be papa bi so abrabom also for the same channel and sana also to me then also to me do baby episode draw no because the cost no there week we meet bia na like ama me as a person and kasano ama mabama bu say oh Ghana there me I don't think say obi abet me about be Ghana ye if the people like I mean the people that are appointed into leadership roles to occupy I mean certain positions or man change mindset any perspective about any the office that they are holding now. So if you say yeah, the charges beba yankomra na bibia nkofirma. Say I'm tamakulu example. He was tried in absentia. Yeah, jailing no. Up to now, bibia free Mumbai. Opuni enko we nina within 8 years. A coba sa Abama bama bu anyi mere aho de ekoso ne de mere aho na obi bese okwado ye de eko akaye nuam ho Ghana ho no ba na mere aho
Yeah, some.
na mere
Yeah.
aho steps ya na mere aho na mere aho
I
pa
understand you. I understand you. I'm that was a braco. See, anybody be no be or bumbu kakra. Misaka, good evening.
Prime Minister bi adi sɛn
I'm Pache, oh yeah, so
bɔkɔɔ
I'm Pache, you.
metia chairman ne Philip ɔmo ayɛ adeɛ sister Pia obiara ni wɔn fa motion kasa o yɛn nyinaa nsɛm ha yɛ hwɛ sister Pia mímí yɛn pipi nipa abusa chairman bɛka kyerɛw mo UK ha mene na wa ha yɛn nyinaa kɔ meeting bibi a atakuru fi mu nyinaa obiara wɔ ha bia mi obiara ni wɔn nim me kasa paa but because of nneɛma bi nti mɛ gya aka si yɛ kasi yɛ kan nsɛm fi pa party ni ho a ɔn sister Pia wɔn a amanfo bɛkɔ sɛ MPP kuro bi nyɔni bi o yabɔ ho ka bi o. Me na me ka kyerɛ wo ensɛm sɛ yɛnum ensɛm sɛ yakoma so ba wo sɛ de bia mba me kasa me ntimi nya abɔkyerɛ kasa ba me pon na me kwa na afei nsɛm na ba me na me ka na me de kɔ aka sɛ mabɔdam hwɛ sister amafo bro party hu o emu
Hello, Misaka. Oh yes, so we can send you on Matu Ahumano.
obi antiment ma homa ɛna kra me sɛ nsɛm a wɔ nipa num ne deɛ ɔwɔ yakoma so no hwɛ me papa on Mr. Father, and Namoso, say MPP you are na sister fiam bi say obi nko pension na ne pension sika yem fen santo so na obi USS sika katie sei sister obi ya adwuma contractors o mo ya adwuma te set me father o Mr. Bese unim so wawu because of a kanti wa ya adwuma ya kwaye ntia ne kwaye ntia amena me ka kire o sister ensem ha nipa o ensem ha nipa mi busa say kenoforata adie be yare nko na onyare na ote akonya no so no finance minister na onyare enti omna me yira no keke no me chenchense mu ka wo so ntimi ma wo yare na yam nyame nsia no ntena ho na yare no ma yenko na do be dua no na abetwa sister fi ensama ayo kira me ba me pese me kasa bebe hwe me enoma ha me makoma mu no sister ye me na me de cast na baga no because of MPP ntimi eme el cast me fa bi ma bio na manya beat ni kwesi kana wo pa bi so obi a oni mi se kantanka na me de cast ba so do from cast am de come taxi be normal me de baga no sika ya je free me ho no sister enye sika ketwa ni nya because of MPP nti ni e pese e boa no man ko so enso mba am na bo o hie getiri what you say but ye cast mo a ma ya obi amfa politics asem ma na asem ye ka no obi akowie de sika a ono na akowie ye je obi atra office hwe ye gisi ono mo kan wasem no unim se ayi dentia ayi free hono no because ka so onkosa content was so ntimi nsan what you say adenti no ka so ntimi
MD dada no
yes onim de na ekoso na nsem obobo ba na sister nya nsem nya ye beka because party de pese ni yie na se conversation ken kan sem ke won sem ye beka unim krofo sika krono man for bo sports wonya nya nko ho no mo enkrofo wiye sika nkasa aye nimbi but ye ne akaya no otum na fe bo jaja ko mfu we ejimi for obi ono wa America we na djuma na ko agya na djuma ba abaye o campaign manager na wa ba be ya djuma na no be koso na wo hu se we de ye nya etu wa anya nti ya sake no na wo sister enye nsem ye nipa be betima ka ye ntwa so ma nsie ya na eboboba obi e bokokodi sika bia untumi ya che na o se Ghana for mumlo MPP for mamunti na wunti untumi ko from me opposition na me shop ho sta go eden ya kwasase kra ka MPP kra ayikra kumase kra nkenche untumi so ska we go on na nka ufizen ka u si ayi ofi ayi adito kra mpo mesibi ejoso correct me baby na untumi anyi bia ma MPP sabe say obi national chairman obara de bia me
si office kra mamo
Why? I don't rush to make them to go. Can't you say why? Musa to me say why? Oh no, no one somebody I am pese beka. No one somebody pese beka. Musa want to me say I don't rush instrument na this come and wa henfa. One chere ba bia o. But sister, and tell say nipa koma so yam pese beka na obi afia asem ejada ho. NDC for dey beat them. But e do ba bia, say MPP for no be begina so no kasa sa no a. Na e hye nipa gbe befo. One in town, catch them so nya bote na obekasa na finance no ma bomb and no ma kan nyina mfa kwam. Onya botre oba onka de betuma ka no nko na oye a ensema be yiye pie no ono onim but upa busa mi mpesa be kasa o so radio amansan radio upa busa obi a ofa ya mu nyina US nyam no program but me wa yedi me so be yi mi kasa radio su bio majai kra because I know ha nipa me se bo cheja akon ni nsema oja to ho no ene ho nsesem eboboba no Gabriel chira akon wo ka chezo onka na ntum ono ne di sa de nanim wo de ensem be pipia ba no me so mo be pachaw ense be chi biagum obe chi biagum sister wo ensem be o bebre ya na ofa ke munya tu afo say my radio me ofa ke na ya kasa me kami me pesa be kasa radio so ensem e high no sister MPP akufo de begu party no eno kra so nipa ntimi nka pola foko ni kwa meja pon oyi wo mu free ono no na agenda hwe ekwan ya fa so mutumi di alanchematentem sister ensembo ya mpese be kan o alan ade a obo party adui na utini di alan tem e ko titiri pictures na free office na office say ayasa papa na sabi obi anye hwe kan Japan de omode ye no sister ya na nsem hani pa o mi chese me a mi pese
ye be fa no kwa internal issues before primaries no na waka sa nsem we nyina because me am hu nsem hye obo ene ma ye o ya
papa o nyese bia bro hwe enipa bia bra party no manya hwe o lottery wo e kai da ho no mo a amafo dream lottery wo no e ho nsem nya bobo aba They are going to face it. Now be free so be me. Uko wi osika man bi di. Ye ni munya na wa o. E ba bu bulu sata na hyem na enimo. Ye ne discard de mamo. Mo ne discard de mamo. She, sister, me pa cho me that's why.
Chama, Mr. Akame, that's it. Sir Prince, Mpacho, Mami Tiwe. And then Mr. Akedja.
Stefia, very well. Medasa, I'm a Kwenye. To be honest, I mean, and somehow, and Yama, of course, last week, Nameka said, so we are Mabunu, Nessa to one. You ask yourself, a pine ben, I mentioned my fatwa, I can enrich myself within a few years. Majority of the youth now, they say, no, Obia, who the way they say, so to me, call join the politics. This is to mean an opportunity now, not rather to serve your country, but rather to serve yourself, so that tomorrow, no, ube look better, and I say, ube, you're okay. Share Attorney General's report, share Public Accounts Committee, and Yama Eboba ECG. And a meeting Public Accounts Committee, you can ECG as I don't know. Director net to honum, see and like overspending on just not even a single project or mokoye or my overspend. Not even a single project. Nina, it is a overspending. But I believe say all these things were created, they loot everything and they share it. It's not one person. Some of us have gotten the opportunity to work in some institution back in Ghana before say you're relocating. And a simple project, another project to be a course of, we know how they manipulate the system. Into personal commitment to see the year Jumania de Abua Ghana no anyhow. And that's the honest truth. Anyhow. And Ghana no, yes, system of releasing money. The system of releasing money for contract for project in here, it doesn't sound well. I think that when things are being because say
The system encourage it's a DNA.
Yes, because director no, any manager no, akonande. And omonso de ebeboa omo. Sika no wo mo ho. Omo wase ono susu nwinwia. Wo se yeti bi ma. Ni nyina susu ye de ekoska no. Ebasa na project na ye beye no. Ema project na nye quality. Ema project ni nso ani. So at the end no, say NDC na also NDC na aba. So therefore, you bought NPP. NPP susu NDC free so Public Accounts Committee or Motenasia. You sabi who the same kind of people are almost say this guy. So you ask yourself. That's why Monday now all can be before the friends a criminal cyber security bill and any other. You're the same people that will appoint the lawyers. It's case ba watchina and net watchina. So how long are we going to create a law, and how long are you be?
Hello, Sir Prince. Oh,
Yeah, so okay. How long na yebet na honum amasa na ma we dey ebunkama fire so? Leadership by example. Leadership by example. I believe in a vision and a dream of Kennedy Japan. I believe say Ken Ba. I was like Ghana no yesro no krebika. Ye can we them, but if ba bontia yesro. Kennedy only na wabedi. Na do no wo fa asidi. Ni nua no mudi. Into omo ho no mudi a edi asem no waka. No fa asefo nyina ho bom. Na Kennedy Japan no oni ni wababa bidi. Tell me a single corruption a Kennedy Japan. Oba so ye o sha say we ye politics. Say de nanu tie. Ono anka say de bia waka. O say manunti me na mana mikura. O say manunti. Yes, okoya omombeka because okamanfo de. And this is a kind of leader ye here. Eti dia certain say delegate obia. I mean, when you delegate, so go to that person and tell him say this is the future of Ghana. Once and for all, book Unadoson. Let's get people who can sanitize the system once and for all. And you be an suit, and you be an say, I mean, we want people who are humble and all that. Humility, yes, shas ye pe be an hodro in leadership at the aqua saying. Ye me see, sorry, near be an hodro. We are going to correct the wrong.
I mean, now
Yes, we are going to correct the wrongs. So this is the matter of an nipan hodro. What does humility got to do with correcting the wrongs or perfecting issue?
okay. But friends, mommy, now see, yeah, time now. I'm saying area by 6 minutes. Until Yankupon yard man next week. No, I'm
Medase.
right. That's it.
Medase.
Friends. And on your last caller, no na Hega Amu Casa, so I agree with you. Say Ghana Nankasa or see a busa and say questions about your Dutch, the future of Ghana, and yeah, mine say no. Victor Koeche say ECG. Or say can now what can I say no so je contract be na Dutch and say me home be basem no be ho. Ebi mo so one in town in Kobo so on I don't know what they are fighting about, but Mamina Munyama says mo join here just media. So Nyakopon ya aduma next week. Monday we have another big discussion. Corruption in the best monitor to make sure say justice will be done. At least we'll find the Ghana. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining us, Anadu.